Hey everyone, welcome back to Tango Simplified Learning Series. I hope you are enjoying the series, and just know that anytime that you think of a topic or a question that you would like me to answer, go ahead and send me a message on social media. You can find me at IMSO I'm so Tango, or you can of course leave it in the comments. I always appreciate hearing from you, and it definitely helps to inform what I put out on this channel. Now today I thought we would go back and look over some of the figures we've already learned and think about what is it that you really need to know to start leading on the social dance floor. So if you're a beginner just starting out and you're thinking to yourself, when is it that I'm ready to actually go out to a milonga and start dancing, and what do I actually need to know? I'm going to go over those figures in this lesson today. And of course, I'm going to make a separate lesson for the followers, and I will publish it next week. So make sure you check in next week for the second part of this lesson. So today I have once again fabulous Eve joining us, and we're going to go back to the main thing that you need to be able to do when you are thinking about dancing tango in a social environment like a milonga or practica. The number one thing you need to be able to do is walk. You need to be able to walk in the line of dance without hitting anything or anyone behind you or in front of you or to the side of you. So everything that you do from this place needs to obey the rules of floorcraft to make sure that you don't run into anyone. So it's kind of like it begins and ends with the walk. I always say in tango, if you forget what you're leading, if you somehow get stressed out and you can't remember what you need to do, just go back to the walking. Once you get a handle on walking, you can begin to do this figure: forward, back, side, and side. So it's a very simple sequence of steps, and it starts with the left foot forward. So left foot forward, right foot back, and side. Okay? This you can use anytime that you run into traffic, so you can't keep going anymore. You have to dance in place. So it's a very simple way to buy yourself some time. From there, what you want to be able to do is to turn. And we have a left turn and a right turn. So those are the next two pieces that you need to be able to do. So from walking here, let's say that I'm walking along and there's somebody in front of me here. And at this point, I want to be able to either turn to my left or turn to my right. So I can do a simple right turn. I'll do it again. Or from the same place, I could do a simple left turn and go here. So now you can walk and you can turn either to one side or to the other, always coming back into line of dance. Okay? The fourth figure that's really required for you to know, because it is so common, because most followers expect to do it, it's just one of those things that happens a lot, and that is Ocortado. So Ocortado is very similar to the simple right turn. It has the same start, but instead of proceeding to the next step for the turn, you cut that step and make it into a cross. So here is my right turn lead here, and instead of me now proceeding and going for another turn, she's in this side step, I go back, collect, and she crosses. So I have that option anytime I'm leading this simple right turn. I can either do the right turn or I can do an ocho cortado. Okay? Believe it or not, as a leader, this is all you have to know to be able to dance at a milonga, because not only do you have these 4 things you could be doing, but we haven't talked about the musicality of those steps. So even at the level of just knowing these few fundamental movements, you can start playing with musicality and make your dance interesting. Now I know some of you are going to go, no, the followers are going to get really bored if I just keep doing these same things over and over again. And I know that feeling, but I got to tell you, I've experienced it from both sides. What makes it boring is when it's repeated action in the same direction multiple times. So if you were to do the right turn over and over and over and over and over, that becomes boring and redundant. But the moment you begin to play with changing directions, so you do 1 turn to the right and then 1 turn to the left, and then maybe you do 2 turns to the right and 1 turn to the left, and you keep playing with different combinations, the follower is not going to register that as boring. It doesn't feel boring. So that's how you can actually be very musical and very creative with very few steps in tango. So now I'm going to do a demo and I'll dance part of a song just using these figures. And I want you to watch and maybe identify to yourself exactly what I'm doing. Okay, now I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have more questions in the comments. If you want to learn more about how you can dance musically, knowing the vocabulary you already know, and you want to understand how to put together your movement with the music that you're hearing, check out the link in the show notes. That's to my very new program that I just put together and just opened. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next week. Ciao.